Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome to a news update. Now first off, the bigger news is that the Avocatis are now testing 3.1, that was as of last weekend. I've no doubt that they will be expanding this to more of the Avocatis over the period of time. Once that's completed, it will then move into the PTU test, and that will be a staggered rollout, very similar to what they've done in the past before. And then once that's completed, it then goes full rollout, and then obviously going over to live once it's completed. If I had to have a guess on when the staggered rollout would start on the PTU, I would say maybe in a week or two. On the ship side, we've had an update. The Constellation Phoenix and the Hammerhead are in the grey box stage. The Avenger and the Hurricane are in the final stages of preparation now. The F8 Lightning is in the grey box stage as well. Some changes have been made to the front end of the ship, I believe at Chris Roberts' request. If you look at the old pictures and look at the new pictures, I can sort of see why. I would say because maybe the silhouette looks very similar to the Avenger and it's going to be quite difficult to distinguish the ship in space. I'm sure there could be other reasons there as well, but you can see by making that change it makes it quite distinguishable. We got to see some images of the Vandal Blade as well. I must say it does look pretty cool. I like what they've done with the interior as well, making it look very alien-like. They did say that one of the challenges clearly they do have is making the ship work between the Vandal and humans. The Vandal being 9 feet tall, so there's obviously some challenges there. Previously in the past, human manufacturers have converted the Vandal ships so humans can actually physically use them. From what we can see, it doesn't look like they're going to be doing this with the Blade, and maybe even all alien ships going forward. I must admit it would save a little bit of time. The last thing you want to be doing is creating two ships, one for the Vandal and one for humans. It just creates more work. If they can make that ship work with humans and the Vandal, and I suppose other alien races as well, then it makes it a lot easier for them as well. And I would actually sort of prefer that, as long as we can read the writing. We don't want it all in Vandal, because that would be a right pain in the arse. If that was the case, you end up having to learn Vandal, and that wouldn't be, that wouldn't be ideal. The Banu Merchantman is currently being worked on as well. The interior is going through the concept stage. A very big ship, this one. It's a floating shopping centre. I suppose that's the way you can probably look at it. So the interior is going to be a pretty big job. It's almost like a space station. And the final one is the Reclaimer. Now I know there are many people out there who have been looking forward to this. We did see a small clip of it sitting on a pad in 3.1, because it will be in 3.1. The pad had to be extended so the ship could actually fit on it. If you remember from quite a while ago, or if you haven't played Star Citizen yet, we have pad 00, which is the largest pad. That one's actually been extended again. It was added the first time because of the staff error, and that one's been made even bigger. One thing I'll be looking forward to do is actually to put the staff error and the Reclaimer next to each other so you can get a real size comparison. Looking at the size of the man standing outside on the pad, oh my god, that's huge. We also got to see all the animations there for the landing gear. The landing gear is very complex. Looks like it was quite a challenge to implement. I actually really like it. I like it so much that you do critique the other ships now and think, well, if this one's got like, it's almost like a stabilization system when it lands, the feet adjust into the holes, so it makes it easier if you're landing on a planet. Well, I sort of would like to see that on the other ships now. It sort of makes sense, doesn't it? And it sort of solves a problem for Star Citizen when you're landing on a planet, because that is always a challenge. You land, you think, fantastic landing, and you get outside, your landing legs are on top of a rock. I would like to see this implemented on more of the ships. I think it's a good idea, and it's just going to make the overall experience better for everyone else. But we're going to get to see that as well. It's going to be an interesting review because it's a huge ship. Definitely looking forward to doing that one. I can't wait. And we also got to see the Tumbril Cyclone flying around on a planet as well, which we know is going to be in 3.1. Now, if you are unsure what's going to be in 3.1, I did make a video a little while ago. I'll put that link in the description so you can take a look. RSI did make a video probably about 2 weeks ago now on performance, explaining some of the challenges they've got and what the priorities are. They sort of have made it clear that they're not necessarily focusing on performance right now, up until the point that they get all the features in game, because otherwise they'd just be doing performance as they just add features over and over again. But they definitely have acknowledged that performance does need improving to make it more playable for us as well. So off the back of that, some of the focuses are going to be, and hopefully some of the improvements we're going to see in 3.1 is less of maybe the lag spikes and the frame drops, slightly better server communication. Performance has been a challenging one to sort of benchmark. It doesn't really matter what PC you've got at the moment. Obviously, what I mean is at the higher end, you don't really see massive performance gains. And this is solely down to the game and less so about the hardware you're physically using. I'm also working on a video as well that go into a little bit more depth on the performance side, showing you some stats and so on to give you a bit of an idea on how it's performing now, and I'll also do the same once 3.1 comes out so we can do a comparison. So the last thing today on the agenda, if you're looking to join a Star Citizen organization, check out the link in the description below. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.